Hi again, I'm Sean Kellogg.
I'm Teresa Gibson.
I'm Yung Chung.
And I'm Tasha Elliott. We are going to discuss the Myles problem. Reading the forum, a lot of people think that he has a great understanding of halves and fourths. The next thing I would do is start over with the cake and ask him to share it fairly among two people. And once I get him to cut the cake in half and have two rectangles, then I would work with fourths. Based on what Myles has already done, I think he would do square fourths, but I would discuss with him, is there another way to divide it in fourths so he'll start to see rectangles. And once I get him to see that you can have all these rectangles, I would go back to the thirds and hope that then he would produce 3 equal rectangles.
One thing related to the problem is to have students understand in fraction, they need a sense of equipartitioning or sharing equally among people to compare the size of the piece with the size of the whole. So, and a lot of researchers conclude that it really helps for kids to share for art people. However, we as teachers, we need to involve them in that kind of activity to give rich opportunity for them to interact with different kind of shape and different number of share.
Tasha and Yung brought up some really good points about the sharing in the shape of the object itself kind of dictating the child's thinking or influencing the child's thinking. I think maybe what I would try to do next, and it sounds like we actually tried to do a lot of things next in the video, but we had some difficulties ourselves.
Yes, that's true.
And I don't know if we tried this, but I think I would try with a circle cake and see what the student would go with there. I'd be really curious to see if he would still end up dividing the cake initially into the kind of unequal portions. I did notice right away that he made that statement about, wait a second, that's not fair.
Yeah.
So he sort of has a sense of like equal sizes for the shape that he's dividing up, but maybe it's the rectangle itself that's throwing it off. So I think what I would try next is just see if he's having the same issues with just the shape of the object that he's sharing.
Right. So for Myles, one thing that really struck me about Myles when we worked with him, when Tasha and I were at that interview, he didn't really make a connection between the number of people he was sharing with and how he was going to cut the cake. So he wasn't anticipating, I'm going to need 3 slices in the end. And so that made me wonder whether a circle would fix it for him or not. I would try a different number of shares just to see if that was accurate, if that conjecture I made while watching him was accurate. Because, and I might also go to a medium where it wasn't pen. We use pen in interviews for a lot of reasons. We want to preserve that student work. But I think folding would be better for Myles. It feels less final, and he can try different folds. And, you know, he doesn't have to feel like, oh, I'm done. Now I have to work with this leftover piece, which I thought added to his challenge, the leftover piece. So it'd be great to be able to really give him the opportunity to start again as often as he wants.